Do you feel that? It's almost time. The final stream. Starting soon, in just a moment. Alright, just getting the cameras set. Well, there's just one camera. But, here we go. Let me get the game up. Oh, get the chat up. Okay. Okay. What is up, Krentz Gamer Nation? You guys know I'm being sarcastic when I say that, right? Welcome to the final episode of Krentz Plays Dark Souls 1. That's right, I'm calling it right here and now. Gwyn is going down tonight. I made a few attempts a couple nights ago. Did not go well. It was one of the rare times where I felt like I really wasn't making progress. I just kind of kept getting beat over and over the same ways. I didn't really see any openings. I wasn't quite learning his attacks, and it was late, so I said, screw that. I will beat the game another night. And so in the meantime, I took a little break from trying to fight Gwyn. I went and cleared the expansion content, which was challenging, but it was fun. And I found a couple trinkets that you see me wearing now. I changed up my look to this sort of V for Vendetta / Anonymous mask look. So I think this is how Gwyn is going to die while I'm wearing this outfit. Unless I really lose badly, and then maybe not so much. But anyway, that's the goal. I've got one thing on my mind tonight, and that is defeating Gwen and ending the game. I've done pretty much everything. Also off camera, I explored Ash Lake and the Great Hollow, just because those zones are boring and frustrating and not much fun to watch. So, with all that stuff out of the way, I've pretty much finished all the game content, and I'm ready to beat it. So, if you watched my previous stream, and you saw me, let me rest at the Lord Vessel, so actually, spawn here, okay. And you saw my attempts on Gwyn, the final boss. I really struggled. I thought it was a pretty hard fight. He's relentless, he gets in your face, doesn't really give you time to back up and heal. And there's really no openings to do any damage. So I was just like, man, how do you beat this fight? So I watched some videos, and what I discovered is that a lot of people consider Gwyn one of the easiest bosses for a very simple reason, and that is he's extremely easy to parry, and you can just kind of wreck his whole shot by parrying. Parrying is a skill that I never actually really learned, for a couple reasons. Sort of the primary reason is you can't use it on big boss fights. Like some of the hardest fights in the game, you can't parry the boss, so why am I going to spend all this time learning how to parry when I can't even use it? These guys are tough. I'm practicing my parries, because I know I'm going to have to do it soon. I'm not going to parry the two-handed guys because they do an overhead smash that you can't parry, that just kills you. So, anyway, so yeah, I saw all these videos where these people walked up to Gwyn, parried him a couple times, and beat him without ever taking a hit. And so, the other reason I never really learned to parry is if you fail to parry, you just take full damage. So it's like very unforgiving. If you're blocking all the time, you're going to block most of the hits unless it's some kind of overhead swing. I'm not sure if I can really parry this guy. Oh, there we go. So that parry right there is the kind of parry I'm going to need against Gwyn. But yeah, so for those two reasons, I was just kind of like, well, why am I going to bother with all this parrying when it's not useful on the hardest boss fights, and it's much less effective than blocking attacks, which usually reduces all damage. Parrying does reduce all damage if you get the timing right. If not, you're just getting a fistful or a face full of sword and taking full damage. So I don't know. I never really got the hang of parrying, and my first attempts on Gwyn kind of show me paying the price for that. See, this is one of those two-handed guys that you can't really parry that well. But you still can if you're a pro like me. These guys are actually pretty good practice for Gwyn because they have sort of similar move patterns, except for the Halberd Knight. Just gonna backstab him. I think you can backstab Gwyn too, but he's pretty hard to get behind. Just because he's so fast and aggressive. Ooh, I got the Black Knight Halberd. That is the weapon that would have been really cool to have much earlier in the game. So, I'm going in with my V for Vendetta outfit. I'm wearing Fire Ring because Gwyn's got a lot of fire attacks. And let's see, this could be the end of the game right here. Or I could be the start of many attempts. Okay, so you can't really parry that. Oh, that's the grab. So you can't parry a grab. So there's kind of two sword attacks. There's a fast one like that. Ooh. And then there's a real slow wind-up one. Oh, okay. So not a one-shot. I didn't get a single parry off. It's not as easy as the YouTube videos make it look. Which, I mean, that's pretty typical, right? I think I got all the practice on the Black Knights that I need. So I'm just gonna run straight in. I'm gonna run past the Black Knights. Might take a few hits. But we don't have time for Black Knights. It's time for Gwyn. I have not watched, well, like I said, I watched videos of people beating Gwyn. But I haven't watched videos of the end of the game. I watched them beat him, and then I stopped the videos there, because I don't want to spoil it. I know there's probably not any, like, major... Oh, come on. Cheap shot. I know there's probably not really any major spoilers. Because this game is pretty vague and nonsensical. But still, just want to experience it for myself in its natural environment. Oh, he coming. Nope. That's not where I want to go. I go this way. So his big dashing, leaping attacks, I don't think those are going to be where I'm able to really parry that well. It's more going to be when he's right up in my face, does a big old swing. Oh, when he raises his left hand like that, it's gonna be a grab. That! Dodged it. Okay, that's the fast one. There's... Oh. I thought there was 3 attacks and he pulled out a 4th. I haven't seen the big slow swing yet. It's just been the grab and the combo attacks. I think he knows. I think he knows I'm trying to parry him. And he's not having it. It's also possible I'm using... I mean, I've parried with this shield. You saw me do it on the Black Knights. But it's possible I'm using a shield that's not strong enough to parry him. I don't think that's a thing. But I'll try this for a few more hours, and if I never end up getting a parry off, maybe I'll try something different. It's not going to smash me this time. This is not the worst run back to a boss I've had, but it's not great. That Bed of Chaos run was miserable. I tried both bonfires. Neither one really gave me a reasonable run back, especially because of how many times I died. So that Bed of Chaos fight, anytime I was getting smacked by the hands, I would go flying. And then, oh, somebody's right on my tail. And then I went back. Every time I clear an area, I go watch a walkthrough video to see what I missed. And I watched a video of somebody fight Bed of Chaos, and the big hand attack happened, and they put up their shield and blocked it. I did not even know that was an option. Oh, I got a parry off, and I did not use it. Okay, that's the big slow swing that I can parry very easily. Like that. Okay. Oh, that's the fast swing. I think that one can be parried, but... Oh, come on. Come on. Just let me get away and heal. Anyway. I think you can parry the fast swing, but I don't think you can parry the first hit. I think you're supposed to block the first hit, parry the second. Anyway. We're gonna do this. I got one good parry off, so I know this shield can parry. So, should be in decent shape there. Just gotta recognize the slow swing, the fast swing, and the grab. Grab's easy because it's the only one where he raises his left hand, and I just have to roll away, and everything will be fine. Right? We'll be fine. Still, I always hear people, not always, but since I started watching videos about how to beat Gwen, they often talk about how easy of a fight it is. I see comments that are like, it's crazy that they put the easiest fight on the final boss. I don't think, even now that I know the secret, that I know how to beat the fight, I would not call this an easy fight. Oh, I thought I rolled away. Ouchie. Okay. I missed the first the first big slow swing. But I got the second one. Grab. Grab again. He's grabby today. Oh, another one. There it is. Big slow swing. Nice big fat damage. Fast swing. Big slow swing. Yeah. Quick drink while he's recovering. Big slow swing. See, if I just get all big slow swings, I do great. There we go. Dark Souls 1 has been defeated. Sorry, Gwen. Had to be done. I don't quite understand why. Story doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but I'm sure for some reason I needed to kill you. I think I'm supposed to light a fire, usher in the new age of fire or something. I'm like the new fire king. Something like that. Oh, look at my fancy gloves. I put those on because I like how they match the outfit. This cutscene is definitely enhanced by my costume. Lighten it up. New age of fire has begun. Boom. I exploded. And that's Dark Souls, everyone. It has been conquered. Okay, thoughts. I wasn't sure what to expect coming into it other than I have heard it was very hard, and then I also heard a bunch of people say it's not as hard as people say it is. I enjoyed it a lot more than I kind of expected. I thought it was just going to torture me, but I actually had a lot of fun. I liked the RPG elements. The combat, I always hear how great the combat was. To me, it seems like just a lot of rolling and swinging. I'm sure you can get really good at it and master parries and everything and like not take a single hit. But, you know, there were definitely difficult parts, but overall it wasn't as hard as I was expecting. I didn't really struggle with anything in particular. Sort of the classic difficult parts like Ornstein and Smough took 4 or 5 attempts. Gwyn gave me a hard time. The Bed of Chaos was really difficult. It would have been a lot easier if I was blocking his attacks, so I wouldn't go flying every time his hands swung at me. But I died on that one 6, 7, 8 times, and that run back was miserable. I had a lot of difficulty with some of the earlier bosses. The Asylum Demon took me a couple attempts, even though I'm sure I would one-shot that now. The Gaping Dragon took me a while. That was kind of the first big monster that I fought, and it just kind of took me some learning to figure out how the combat in Dark Souls works. Generally, you're trying to get like behind stuff or at their sides. Seethe was pretty difficult also. That took a few tries. And some of the expansion bosses were tough. Artorias took 3 or 4 attempts. The final boss, Manus, took maybe 5 attempts. The dragon, Calamite, I actually got it on my 2nd try. That was a tough fight, but I don't know, I think I was geared enough that I just wasn't taking that much damage and I could heal through the fire and everything, so yeah. Overall, I enjoyed it a lot. It's definitely a game I will fondly remember, and I might even play around with the New Game Plus a little bit and see how quickly I can sort of blow through it again. It's definitely a game where kind of once you know everything, it gets way easier because stuff just is where it is and you know where to get things and how to beat enemies, and yeah, I liked it. Oh, the Capra Demon really gave me a hard time. It was one of the earlier bosses I fought, and that took a lot of attempts. But yeah, I wouldn't say it was easy. It wasn't as hard as I was afraid it might be. It was a decent level of challenge, I would say. It was kind of right in the sweet spot of difficult, punishing at times, but beatable and possible. I heard stories about Blighttown. I heard stories about Ornstein and Smough, and I was like, am I just going to get to a point where I can't do it? And no, I was able to overcome. And some of those victories felt pretty good. One-shotting some of the bosses was nice. It really, there's a good sense of power there to just say, wow, this game's hard, and I just one-shot that. So yeah, it was good. I was kind of expecting more of an ending, like maybe a cinematic or an explanation of anything.
Indeed. The dark sign brands the undead.
But yeah, it looks like I just blew up in fire and that was the end. I don't know if that's the good ending or the bad ending. I can't imagine it's the good one.
The undead are corralled.
But yeah, here we are. New Game Plus. I don't know if I'm going to play a lot more of this at the moment. Actually, let's do one thing. Sort of a victory lap. In this playthrough, I'm killing everything, whether it attacks me or not. But let's go beat the Asylum Demon on the first attempt and show this game just how far we've come. Sorry, buddy. New day, new me. Let's see. I think it's just right up here and in the courtyard. Yeah, here we go. Come out, wherever you are. I'm not gonna die, but let's at least touch the first bonfire. Can I level up? No. What level am I at this point? I still have all my Gwen souls. Come on, Asylum Demon. Where you at? There you at. I know how you work now. Just get behind you, start sweating. Okay. You can still hit us. Especially if I'm down. Just get down already. And we get the Dean's Great Hammer since we beat him on our first way through. Okay. Well, I think that's going to do it for now. I hear the stray demon down there. I will come for him later. But yeah, I feel good about that. Beat Dark Souls 1, and that means Dark Souls 2 is next. Because this is the journey to Elden Ring. I'm going to beat all three of them. I actually wasn't sure if I'd get through the first one, but I did. So that means number 2 is on the way. So thanks for watching, and catch me when I'm playing Dark Souls 2. Thanks.